Hey guys, how you going? Welcome to episode number 19 of Rare and Collectible PlayStation 3 games with me, Figs. So I was just looking at my shelf today, getting up to Z. I think we're going to get up to 21 episodes, and then I'm going to do a series an episode on Region 3 games, Japanese games, which will be part of this series, and then possibly in the future, we'll do another episode on games that I'm picking up still. I've got a complete set, but of course there's still more games to pick up, like different DLC variants, etc. that are quite collectible. So, yeah, there's going to be heaps more content on this channel. I've been doing some series showing you guys like my Yakuza series or my Dragon Guard series. You guys seem to be liking those videos, so we're going to keep them up. More unboxing videos. And I got heaps more stuff planned for you guys. So getting on to the episode. First game we're going to talk about is Steins Gate. Now this is a visual novel. It's actually becoming quite difficult to find, especially at a good price. I managed to find a sealed copy, surprisingly enough. You can find copies of this upwards of $40. However, I would try and find one around the $25 mark if you can, guys. So the next set of games I'm going to talk about are some of the Street Fighter games. Now some of the Street Fighter games you can find pretty commonly. I'm not going to talk about all of them. This one here is Street Fighter 4. This version in particular was actually a pre-order exclusive cover. So this cover is quite collectible. Possibly not pre-order cover. Not to be sold separately on the back. It might have been part of a collector's edition or something. Again, I don't see this cover at all, so I'd pick that one up. If you know where this one's from, please let me know in the comments. It'd be appreciated. Next one I'm going to talk about was a North American exclusive. It is the Street Fighter vs. Tekken Special Edition. In my opinion, the standard Street Fighter vs. Tekken game is pretty common. I think I've got like 4 copies at the moment. Bunch in my trades. Again, this is a not for resale version. So that is the Street Fighter vs. Tekken Special Edition. And the final one I want to talk about is quite difficult to find. It is quite rare. Now this is the Street Fighter vs. Tekken Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition Double Pack. Now this was only available as part of the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collector's Edition. Now there were 30,000 units produced, however that was 30,000 units on multiple systems, the 360, the Wii, I believe even the PS4 and PS3. So there's, and I can't tell you how many PS3 copies exist. I would say it's under 10,000. But again, this is only part of the collector's edition. To find the actual game itself is quite difficult. And I'll just show you guys quickly. This actually includes a heat seal. I've seen multiple sealed copies and they're all like this. So yeah, it's not a normal seal on the game, it's a heat seal. If you guys know what that means. Same as like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, it included the heat seal as well. So if you do see a sealed copy, it doesn't look like your other sealed copy games. Just be aware of that. It's still a sealed copy. So the next game I want to talk about is just a cover variant that's a little bit difficult to find. It is the Summer Challenge Athletics. Now this isn't a rare game at all. It's not collectible, but this variant is quite difficult to find. So I just wanted to show you guys. Here's the standard version, standard cover. And this one was only released in Europe. It took me a couple of years to find this for a reasonable price. Again, I'm not in Europe, so that may have a factor in that. Next, I'm going to talk about a couple of racing games. Firstly, we have Supercars Next Challenge V8. These were PAL exclusives, only released in Europe. And the next one is Supercars V8 Racing. This is the sequel. First one. So that is Superstars Racing V8 and Superstars Next Challenge V8. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't looked up the price of these for years. I tracked my copies down for under $15. Would have been more than 5 years ago now. But I remember back then they were quite difficult to find, and I do not see them at all. So be sure to keep your eyes out. Next game is a kids game we're going to talk about, and that is Surf's Up. Again, I rarely ever see this in the wild. Like all kids games, copies get destroyed as well. So if you can find this under, say, $15, guys, definitely pick it up. I've seen copies online for $20. This next game's definitely becoming pretty hard to find, especially the North American version. And that is the Syberia Collection. It includes Syberia 1 and 2. I believe they're like point and click adventure games. My copy's sealed, so I'm not actually going to play it. I got mine through PlayAsia. Interesting story. They sold out of the North American version I purchased. I got a partial refund, and about a year later, they restocked with the PAL version, and I got sent the PAL version. And shipping got refunded, and I got about a half refund on the game. So that is the Syberia Collection. You're going to have to order this online because I don't believe it was released in stores, guys. So if you can find a copy under $40, definitely pick it up. One of those games that's only going to become harder and harder to find in the future. That's the Syberia Collection. Alright guys, the next series of games we're going to talk about are the Tales games. So there's lots and lots of Tales games. So I want to sort of do them in an order. So here we have Tales of Grace's F. I'm just going to briefly go over all these games. They're all Japanese role-playing games. I've played them, I've quite enjoyed the Tales series. You're going to be looking at each game between $20 and $40. Grace's is probably in the $30 mark. Next we have Tales of Symphony Chronicles. Now this was released on the Wii, but this version's on the GameCube, but this version's the better one to play, I believe. So it includes Tales of Symphonia and Tales of Symphonia Saga in HD. And then this one's a little bit more expensive. It's actually a double pack, which includes both the two games I just talked about, Symphonia Chronicles and Tales of Grace's F. You're going to be looking at $40 plus for this double pack online. So if you see it in the wild, definitely grab it, guys. Next one I want to mention is Tales of Xillia. Standard Tales of Xillia you're probably going to get for about $20. Now Tales of Xillia 2 is a little bit interesting, guys, especially in the PAL region. So you're going to find this Day 1 edition, the Steelbook, for about $20, $25. It's the common version of the two. However, if you're like me and you want to get the standard edition, you're probably going to be looking at spending around $40 because it was only released in certain countries. I imported mine from the UK. So that is Tales of Xillia 2 Standard PAL Edition. That's quite hard to find, guys. And then again, this one's quite difficult to find as well. This is the Tales of Xillia 1 and 2 double pack. And you're probably going to be looking at the $30 to $40 mark online for this one too. Of course, if you just want to play the games, guys, and you want best value of money, the double packs are probably the best to pick up. And then finally we have Tales of Zesteria. This is the later release one. You're going to be looking around the $25 mark for it. Copies are easier to find now than they were a few years ago, though. There was a Japanese release of Tales of Zesteria as well. I haven't picked that one up because it goes for quite a bit of money, and I've got the PS4 version, but I will pick it up at some point. So the next game we're going to talk about, guys, is also a JRPG. It was an NIS release in PAL region. Funnily enough, it was an Atlas title in North America, so go figure. That is Tales to Tiara II. Something interesting, if you're an Australian collector, it doesn't actually have the Australian rating on the spine. It's one of the few games to do that, so just keep that in mind. So that is Tales to Tiara II. This was actually quite difficult to find, guys. You're probably going to be looking around the $30 to $40 mark in stores and online. Good luck getting this one. See the Atlas and NIS on the back. The next set of games we're going to talk about are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. So firstly you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. And then the second one, which I've got the North American version, is Danger of the Ooze. Now these games go for around the $20 mark, guys. And being kids games and late release titles, they tick all the boxes to this is a collectible game. Well, this is going to be a tough one to find in the future. So if you can see these games under $20 now, definitely pick them up. I rarely, if ever, see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games in the wild. So next series we're going to talk about is Tekken. This next release is similar to Tales of Xillia 2, where, especially in Australia, the Steelbook's the common version. However, the standard case version of Tekken Tag Tournament 2 I found quite difficult to find. Possibly just an Australian thing. Let me know in Europe, guys, which version you found. Found the Steelbook or the standard release. And again, North America is probably different. But this next one I would definitely pick up if you can find. So this is Tekken Hybrid. Now this includes Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and Tekken Blood Vengeance the movie. And Tekken Tag Tournament on PS2 is one of my favourite games, so I love this Tekken Hybrid pack. You can find it under $20, however it doesn't show up very often, so be sure to pick one up and find it, guys. So the next game we're going to talk about is like a 2D Minecraft. It's actually really fun. It's called Terraria. You build your own world, you dig. The water physics in this is absolutely amazing. Enemies to fight, etc. I've never seen a copy in the wild. However, online you can pick up copies under $20. Dig, fight, explore, and build. That one is Terraria, guys. Definitely pick that one up if you get a chance. Next game is a Tedesco title, and that is Teslagrad. I haven't played this as a sealed copy. Looks like a really cool game though. I'm a fan of Tedesco, especially their PS4 titles. I've never seen this in the wild, guys, and online copies go for the $20 to $25 mark. If you can see one under that price, definitely pick it up. So that is Teslagrad. It's definitely a collectible title. This next title we're going to talk about in North America was an Atlas title. However, it was published by Focus in PAL region, and that is the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. I've only seen this in the wild a couple of times over the years, guys, and copies online have been creeping up past the $20 mark. Personally, I wouldn't pay that, but I believe you can get a copy under $20. However, I'm seeing less and less copies, so I'd like to know from you guys what you paid for your copy, or you guys see this in the wild or not. So that is the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. And the last game we're going to talk about, guys, is a superhero game, and that is Thor, God of Hammer. Actually, I had quite difficult difficulty finding this because I believed I could get it for around $10. However, after a couple of years of not being able to, I bought a copy for the $15 mark. So that's 4, God of Hammer. So I definitely picked that one up for around $15 if you see it, guys. And that concludes episode 19 of Rare and Collectible PS3 games. I hope the audio was a little bit better in this episode. I've been working on that. Just want to thank everyone for the support on YouTube. We're almost at 500 subs, so I'll be giving away a game soon. I think I'll make a new video on once we hit 500 subs, and then pick one of the winners based on people posting in the comments. Make it a little bit easier on me. So be sure to keep your eyes out for that, guys. And until the next episode, happy hunting and peace.